Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. The excitement is palpable, and the Browns' quarterback situation is shaping up to be one of the most talked about stories of this NFL offseason. You know, Cleveland has always been a city hungry for success, especially when it comes to the quarterback position. And this year, more than ever, there's a buzz swirling around the team's depth chart, especially with the ongoing competition among their quarterbacks. It's a battle that has fans on the edge of their seats, and recent reports are adding some fascinating twists to the story. So, what exactly is going on? Well, inside the Browns camp, there are some notable concerns about Dillon Gabriel, the third-round pick this past April. Now, for those of you who follow the draft, Gabriel was seen as a promising prospect, someone with a lot of potential to develop into a solid starter. But according to new reports, there are some internal red flags, and these aren't just minor issues. The coaching staff has expressed worries about Gabriel's ability to lead the team effectively on Sundays. That's a pretty big deal, especially for a quarterback who's trying to prove himself in a crowded competition. And let's be honest, folks, this news could be huge for Shedeur Sanders. Yes, that's right, Shedeur Sanders, the talented rookie quarterback out of Colorado and a fifth-round pick, has been making waves all summer. Fans are clamoring for him to get a more prominent role, and with the recent developments around Gabriel, the door might be opening wider for Sanders to step into a bigger spotlight. The Browns have shown a lot of interest in Sanders, and many believe he has the talent and the poise to eventually lead this team. But right now, everything hinges on preseason performances, injuries, and how the coaching staff perceives each player's readiness. And speaking of injuries, it's important to note that Shedeur Sanders is currently dealing with an oblique injury. That kept him out of action for now, and it means he isn't expected to play in the upcoming second preseason game this weekend. This setback, however, isn't necessarily a setback for good. Sometimes, these injuries give other players an opportunity to shine and make their case. And with Sanders sidelined, Dillon Gabriel has a golden chance to prove that he belongs higher up in the pecking order. Now, let's talk about Gabriel's recent struggles. According to some insiders, there's a growing concern about his decision-making and his tendency to leave the pocket prematurely. You see, Gabriel had success at Oklahoma and Oregon by escaping pressure and making plays on the move. But in Cleveland, that same tendency seems to be raising some alarms. Sources close to practice say that Gabriel appears to be intentionally leaving the pocket, even when the design of the play might call for him to stay put and pass. That's not what the Browns want to see from their quarterback. It's a sign that he might be forcing plays or not trusting his protection, which could be costly on Sundays. This behavior has sparked some debate among analysts and fans alike. Some worry that the Browns might have wasted a valuable third-round pick on Gabriel, especially considering his recent hamstring injury that kept him out of their preseason opener last week. It's been a rocky start for him, and if he wants to solidify a starting role, he needs to put in some serious work during these remaining preseason games. The upcoming game against the Eagles on Saturday is seen as a critical opportunity for Gabriel. If he can put together a strong performance, it might help silence some of the doubts. But if he struggles, the push from fans for Shedeur Sanders to leapfrog him on the depth chart will only grow louder. And let's not forget the big picture here. The Browns have always been a team that values stability at the quarterback position, especially with a roster that includes star players like Nick Chubb and a solid defense. But the quarterback situation has been a roller coaster in recent years. Now, with Joe Flacco in the mix and the coaching staff watching closely, there's a real possibility that Flacco could be the guy to start the season if Gabriel doesn't impress. Flacco, with his veteran presence and playoff experience, could be viewed as a safe choice, especially if Gabriel's decision-making continues to be questionable. But this isn't just about who starts the first game. It's about the long-term potential of these young quarterbacks and how they fit into the Browns' vision for the future. Shedeur Sanders, with his arm talent and athleticism, has the tools to be a game changer. The question is whether he can stay healthy and develop the consistency needed to succeed at this level. Gabriel, on the other hand, needs to prove that he can trust his instincts and avoid the temptation to leave the pocket prematurely. It's a delicate balancing act, and the coming weeks will be crucial for both players. Now, if we look at the bigger picture, the Browns are entering a pivotal phase of their offseason. They've added depth at the quarterback position, but the competition is fierce and intense. The coaching staff is clearly evaluating every throw, every decision, and every practice rep to determine who will lead them into the regular season. Fans are watching closely, and social media is buzzing with predictions and opinions. Some believe that Sanders, despite his injury setback, has the upside and the raw talent to become the future of Cleveland. Others feel that Gabriel, with his experience and college success, still has a shot to claim the starting role if he can correct some of his tendencies and showcase more consistency. What makes this story even more compelling is the context of the Browns' recent history. For years, Cleveland fans have been waiting for a franchise quarterback who can bring stability and success. They've seen flashes of brilliance from players like Baker Mayfield and have endured heartbreak when things didn't work out as hoped. This season, the hope is that the team finally finds that long-term answer. And that's why every preseason snap matters so much. Every decision, every throw, and every injury could tip the scales and determine who leads this team into 2024 with the best shot at a deep playoff run. The coaching staff, led by head coach Kevin Stefanski, is in a tough spot. They need to balance player development with winning now. They want to keep their options open while also building confidence in their starting quarterback. That's why the upcoming games are so critical. A strong showing from Gabriel could solidify his place, but if he falters, don't be surprised if Sanders gets more opportunities to prove himself. The Browns are known for their resilience and adaptability, and this quarterback competition is just another chapter in their ongoing quest for greatness. And let's also consider the fan perspective. Browns fans are passionate, loud, and deeply invested in every aspect of the team. They've seen enough ups and downs to know that patience is key, but they also want to see progress. Everyone has their favorite, and right now, Sanders is emerging as a fan favorite because of his youth, potential, and the excitement he brings. Gabriel, with his college accolades, still has a lot to prove, especially if he wants to stay in Cleveland's plans long-term. As the preseason continues, expect the spotlight to intensify. Each practice, each game will be scrutinized. The coaching staff's evaluations will become clearer, and the narrative around who should be the starter will evolve. For now, the focus is on the upcoming game against the Eagles, where Gabriel has a chance to quiet critics and show that he belongs in Cleveland's future plans. But even if he doesn't have a great game, it's not the end. The Browns are in a unique position where development matters, and the coaching staff will be watching closely to see who can handle the pressure, who can read defenses, and who has the mental toughness to succeed at the NFL level. And as fans, we should be excited. Because regardless of who starts, the competition itself pushes everyone to be better. It fuels the team's drive for excellence and keeps everyone on their toes. Cleveland has a talented roster, a passionate fan base, and a coaching staff that's eager to find the right piece to complete the puzzle. This quarterback battle is just one piece of a much bigger picture, a team that's aiming high, fighting for respect, and trying to carve out a new chapter in Browns history. So keep your eyes on those practices and preseason games. The story is still unfolding, and every throw, every decision, and every injury could be the turning point. Whether it's Gabriel trying to prove he belongs or Sanders waiting in the wings, the next few weeks will be crucial in shaping Cleveland's quarterback future. And if you're like me, you're glued to every development, eager to see who steps up and who might be left behind. Because at the end of the day, we all want to see the Browns succeed, bring home that elusive Super Bowl trophy, and finally solidify their place among the NFL's elite. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this quarterback situation? Do you believe Gabriel can turn things around and earn that starting spot? Or are you already rallying behind Sanders and hoping he gets the chance to showcase his talent? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. We love reading what you think, and it's always great to see the passion of Browns fans shining through. Remember, this story is far from over, and I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and detailed analysis of everything happening in Cleveland. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the Browns' spirit alive. We're all in this together, and the best is yet to come for Cleveland.